So, Minnect team, I'm doing this video to show and share proof that everything I do is planned out and it's very methodical. I just got a Minnect from Mr. Real Estate Fernando Gurgis Jr. Are you trying to tell me you've done 50 consultations organically in the last 2 days? Ethics, my friend. To me, that really bothers me because somebody's accusing me of cheating in any way, shape, or form, and it is what it is. Now, I'm purposely going to record myself without edits, anything fancy, answering these questions that I'm getting. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know what I did and how I did this. Everything is methodically planned out. When the contest was announced, thank you so much. I'm gonna be doing this while I'm eating pizza and having lunch because I am in mortgage school to get my license back for loan officer. I did it in 2008, did it for a couple years, didn't really enjoy it, so jumped into real estate, and I've been selling real estate for 10 years now, as of January 1st, 2024. But the reason why I'm documenting this is I'm explaining to you how I got here and how I got so many people to support me. One is I looked at the contest being 46 days long. 46 days long is a long time. And I wanted to see and assess it for at least 30 days, actually even before that, 25 days, before I would make any kind of play in order to try and contend in the contest. Now, of course, all of our goals are in place to win it, but top 3 is still win in my book. Top 1 is my goal. But I did everything methodically. There's nothing that's sketchy. Anything that I'm doing is illegal and against the terms and conditions. I actually reached out to Facebook or Minnect support in regards to seeing that the leaderboards weren't being updated every 6 hours and that some guy disappeared off the lightweight division, numbers weren't syncing. It is what it is, because I was concerned, because I was like, man, if I'm gonna put this time and effort in order to do this and ask my following and my coworkers to help me out, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't for a waste of time. So, Real Broker is the brokerage that I work for. REAX, you guys can look it up on the New York Stock Exchange. And we are the fastest growing brokerage. I've been there for 15, 16 months. I started at agent 8,300 and now we have over 18,000 agents. So we have a workplace app, paid Facebook for all of us. And we have 1,000 agents in the state of Florida, but 18,000 agents totally company-wide. So plan A, ask my coworkers and brokers and everybody to support me, and they have. B, ask my Facebook network to support me. So friends, families, agents from other brokerages. What a lot of people don't know and understand is that I have between 9 social media outlets, over 50,000 followers. Now, I only posted it on my Facebook, and I actually recorded a video about different phases, like what I was trying to do, why I was trying to do it, and so forth. So anyways, I methodically planned this out. Probably around day 25, I decided I'm gonna make an effort. I recorded a video. I created 2 landing pages using technology called highnote.io, and it had my videos on there. It had example questions that they could potentially ask, because again, at the end of the day, if they don't know what to ask me or how to do it, I wanted to guide them and give them questions. I didn't say cut and paste. I wanted people to not have excuses in order what to do, how to do. And I created a link for the Minnect leaderboard so they can watch me climb up in real time on the leaderboard. Because I'm a planner, I always tell everybody, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's true. I planned this out to try and win or get to top 3. So anyways, long story short, I have my second phone. That's my business phone. This is my personal phone. I'm making all these calls and actually recording these messages. Answering a text for a showing or a text for a showing. My apologies, but I want to make it real and raw and explain to you guys my journey in doing this project. So let me just send this screenshot, which is important. Okay. It's like hot potato. I got to get stuff off my plate. So anyways, plan A, go to my brokerage. Plan B, go to my Facebook, social media, and ask people to help me out. I'll be glad to show and share links and screenshots of me asking people in workplace and my personal Facebook and posting videos. I've been doing that the last 7 days. And I was actually shocked because about, I think it was day 11 when I first started posting it, wasn't getting any attraction. And then, like anything else, a snowball building up, more and more agents started seeing other agents in Tampa area, around Tampa, Miami. Hector shooting me some questions. And I told him how important it is to me. So plan C was my friends and family. And they all reached out to me. How does this contest work? What do you need from us? And I basically said $10 is 1 point. 1 point goes a long way, and I need as many points as possible. And I'm a big fan of Fast and the Furious. And I told everybody jokingly, and I've actually done it on social media, documented it. I'll send you guys screenshots. I didn't want to be Ja Rule going, no, Monica, in Fast and the Furious. I actually wanted to be Vin Diesel, even though I don't look like him, not as handsome as he is, not as wealthy as he is. I wanted to be that too soon person, because I believe the people that came out the gate, and a lot of people came out the gate in the first 2 weeks, and I've noticed a lot of people coming out of the gate the last 2 weeks, okay? Dude, it is what it is. Everybody has a chance to run their businesses, their hobbies, their lives any way they choose. So that's what I did. I decided to wait until the last 15 days to assemble people and ask them for help. That's it. That's all I did. I have proof and documentation. I'll share it with everybody. If you guys have any questions or inclinations thinking that I'm cheating in any way, shape, or form, if people report me, whatever, it's real. I have a huge network, and your network is your net worth, and my net worth or my network is helping me win this competition. So I'm gonna go log on to Minnect, and most of my calls are video calls. I do them when I'm in the bathroom. I do them in between phone calls. I do them in between appointments when I'm in my car. You can probably hear the car in the background or noise in the background. And I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. So I hate being accused of that, because that's the last thing I'm doing. I don't need to cheat to win. So now I'm gonna answer a question from Alicia Gearson. As an agent, would you rather sell more units or higher volume in sales? So now I'm gonna click on that question right here on the Minnect app, and I'm gonna answer a few of these, let my pizza cool down so I don't burn the roof of my mouth, and show proof that it's me doing these. And I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, and then I'm gonna send you guys a link to support@minnectapp.com and prove that there's nothing shady going on. I'm human. I'm not using AI. I'm not hacking people's phones. I'm not using, credit cards or whatever. Like, I don't have to do that stuff at all. So, Alicia Garrison, as an agent, would you rather sell more units or higher sales volumes? Okay, record. Hey Alicia, I love your question. As an agent, would you rather sell more units or higher sales volume? So Alicia, just to give you a little bit of heads up, that's a good question. For me, I like or want to focus on both. When I say that is, any given year I've sold as little as 20, as high as 30 or 40 units or homes per year, or transactions I like to say, because I do sell lots in between. And I've sold homes all the way from 250,000 actual physical homes, all the way up into 4.6 million is the highest sale I've ever had, but I've had multiples in the 2, 3, and 4 million ranges. Or I'm right on the cusp for the new real luxury division. I'm just one listing away at 1.5 million, so I gotta get to that to make that happen. All the other timelines and criterias I match up with. I don't focus on luxury, even though I do like it a lot. The reason why I don't do that is that I think everyone deserves a fair shot. And when I say that is even people with lots. Right now, today, I'm doing a couple lot CMAs for people thinking about selling their lots. One in Naples and one in Lehigh Acres. One of them is probably worth about 50, 60 grand. The other one could be worth a ballpark of $120,000 to $140,000. But in hindsight, sorry about the cough and the traffic in the background. I'm on a lunch break from school. But I tell anyone and everyone, you got to find your jam. I know a lot of successful agents who sell only 10 properties a year, but they're based out of California, and their average price point is 1.5 million, and they might sell 10 homes that are 2 million and above. Or there's a lot of agents. I know an agent in Alabama that works for eXp Realty that sells 100 homes a year, but he doesn't focus on luxury. He focuses on that 300,000 to 500,000 price point. For me, my goal over the next 24 to 36 months is to build a business where I can scale it for at least 5 years, and my goals would be to sell 100 units per year and $100 million in value. So that means I have to average $1 million per transaction. Now, if I have to look back at my sales, I think my average is sitting at about 680 to 725. But it's one of those things that, for me, it's whatever that makes you happy and whatever that makes me happy. We're all independent contractors, we're all entrepreneurs, and we all have a chance to do something great. Some people work for luxury, some people like myself work for family and legacy. I don't drive a Lamborghini. I don't have a huge house. I actually live very frugally, and I pick and choose what I do, how I do, especially in my marketing dollars and everything else. But I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much. It's up to the agent on what they want to do and what they're trying to accomplish. Thank you and have a good day. And a lot of my text responses this morning were because I was texting in class. Yes, I'm a bad boy, but if you want to compete, you got to do whatever it takes. The class is 3 days long for 20 hours, and yeah, that's about it. So I will focus. I'm going to have a study guide, and I've already been an LO and licensed before. I'm just doing it again. Now, granted, I did it when I was 28 years old, and now I'm 44. It is what it is. So here's Jesse's question. Jesse, thank you for the question. So how do I prepare for buyers for a home inspection? Very simple. So during a buyer strategy session, when I first meet with buyers, I ask them to do a Zoom buyer strategy session. I offer to record it to the cloud. I send them a link. We don't go over any personal or pertinent information. It's just me giving them as much value as possible. And one of the things that we talk about during the second 15-minute segment is appraisals, home inspections, the differences between standard contracts, as-is contracts, as well as agent expectations, what their, as a buyer, what their expectations of an agent is. We go through anything and everything. So what closing costs could be and what to prepare for if you're a cash buyer, financing, all that fun stuff. So buyers, I tell them and say, even new builds and resales, you get an inspection to protect you and protect your family. I tell everybody to get everything that a home inspector offers. So what's that mean? A general inspection. In Florida, there are things specifically that we test for that are pretty much, I would say, average for Florida. So the first is a general inspection. If the home is over 20 years old, most lenders require as a standard 4-point inspection, a wind mitigation report to save you 10% on your homeowner's insurance, mold test, because guess what? In Florida, we're very humid, and yes, we have mold. And then we have radon, which is a natural gas that comes from concrete and stone. So if a house, there's many different outcomes that could be. Termite inspections. Now, other inspections that aren't as common as those big three, I like to call them, is beyond the general or the 4-point, would be that water test if you are on well water, and sewer, or not sewer, a septic test based on if you're a bird tried eating my pizza. But a septic test to make sure that the septic and drain field are in all operational levels. So I tell anyone and everyone that there are going to be stuff on the report. Just know and understand, if you're on a standard contract, you can ask for credits unless you go ahead and hire a specialist, meaning an electrician or a plumber or a AC person, because if you hire somebody specialized during your inspection period, which could be 7, 10, 15 days, whatever is negotiated, part of the terms and conditions of the contract, you then can get an estimate of what it will cost to repair or remedy those issues, and then ask for the seller for a credit towards closing costs. Especially if closings are less than 30 days, it's always good to ask for a credit instead of repairs, because after Ian, everything is taking longer and everything is more expensive. But that's kind of what I do to prepare home buyers. I say for every situation, there's a solution. There's no such thing as problems. They kind of giggle at that, and it's up to them to decide if they want to move forward with the home, or if they see the bigger picture that, I just had a home inspection. Literally everything that came up was probably under $1,000 or $1,500 to remedy everything. And we did it on an as-is contract per the listing agent's request. And that's it. We're moving forward. We're closing in the middle of June. It's that simple. So I hope that answered your question, and that's how I prepare people. Proactive approach, tell them everything within reason can be fixed, and most of the time we can ask the seller to fix it. If not, we can get a credit. And if it's too bad, which happened a couple months ago, I had to pull some buyers out of a contract, and we went from buying a resale home to a new construction home, which they just closed last month, and that was it. And they had an inspection on a brand new home. And brand new home builds also have flaws, but guess what? Everything was remedied before closing for the new build per the builder. Hope this helps. Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye. Hugo Torres. What's the best way to handle multiple offers on a listing? Hi Hugo, and thank you for your question. So what is the best way to handle multiple offers on a listing? So if I'm the buyer's agent, I run my business a certain specific way. One, in Southwest Florida, I have a very good name in doing transactions. I'm a high volume agent, or considered to be. I sell over 10 times more than the average agent. And with that, I always try my best to lead with grace and as professionalism as I can when dealing with real estate agents. Because what a lot of real estate agents don't know and understand is that there's 22 to 24,000 agents in Lee and Collier County, but most of the agents, it's like the 80-20 rule, 20% or even 10% of the agents do 80% of the transactions. So it's always good to be kind, even if you don't think that the agent is in the right. And a lot of agents have chosen my buyer's offers because I pride myself on a few things. One, contracts. My father-in-law is a retired attorney and magistrate. One of my best friends is my real estate attorney. And I take contracts very seriously. Now, do I make mistakes on contracts? Once in a while. Do I fill them out completely with the whole package, depending on the property, if it's a condo, if it has HOA, if it's older than 1978, mold disclosure, hurricane Ian disclosure, closing cost disclosure, all these things. I make a very tight package. I send when I need to for the listing agent, and the listing agents appreciate that. Now, what sets me apart from other agents, and I'm a listing agent a small majority of the time, is that I can't stand it when an agent comes to me and says, we're putting an offer on the property, it's this low because my buyers have to do new paint, new roof, new this, new that, and that's great. They can say whatever they want and how they want, but at the end of the day, I price my listings at fair market value and what they should sell for. I just had a closing about 3 weeks ago in a community, and I broke the record, highest sale in 18 months for 1.685 million. And I hit above this certain number, and there was things that came up on a inspection report, you know. But as a buyer's agent dealing with multiple offers on a listing, you got to come in and you got to be competitive, and you got to have your contract and your package done. But I joke around and say I write a love letter to the agent that is so good that the agent has no problem sharing it with the sellers, and that is the degree of separation that allows me to compete against multiple offers. Also with my name and how I do the contracts, and I create a fairness between both parties. But I'll give you an example of the love letter I write to the listing agent. Hi John Doe, this is George Oberdorfer with Real Broker. Please feel free to see the offer below. We're offering you X. We're asking for seller concessions at Y with a 35-day close. Please find our pre-approval letter enclosed, and we'd like to, make an offer on this home. But please consider that our offer is based on these 3 properties that recently closed in the same community that were very similar. Property 123 Main Street was a little bit bigger, had a pool. Your home doesn't have a pool, so we made a modification to the price on that. Home on 456 Main Street or Banana Street closed for X, and then home on 789 Banana Street Main Street closed for Y. And this is why we're coming in at this price. We feel it's fair for both parties, and if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to making this deal go pending. Take care. So I do that with the listing agents, and I tell every listing agent, I always call beforehand and say, do you have any offers? Have you had offers? What's been, I always ask proactively the questions in regards to their listing, because one, I don't want to write an offer and then find out that it's already pending and the agent didn't click it, because agents in Southwest Florida have 3 days to mark a listing pending on the MLS. So I'm always doing stuff to set myself apart, but also to represent my buyers at the highest levels. Thank you so much for the question. I hope this helps you out. Have a good day. So this is me. I have another 27 minutes to eat my pizza, and I'm going to be answering more questions, and that's it. I'm looking to try and get into the winner's circle, trying my best to have dinner with Patrick, and if I come in second or third place, it is what it is. If I get first place, I really want that bell, because that bell will be a prop in the back of my future studio, and or set, I'd like to call it, and it'll be a talking piece. I'm not a big person on awards, but this is super special to me, and this is why I'm doing this. So I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm gonna send it to you guys proactively, because already on Minnect, which I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna do it right before midnight, so I get another $10 and 1 point from our boy Fernando Curtis Jr. And yeah, anyways, we'll make that happen. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and hopefully I win the contest, and if I don't, it's not the end of the world. I gave it a go, I tried, and maybe I should, if I don't make the top 3, maybe in the future I will, if there's another contest of this sort. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I should plan better if I lose, but if I win, I planned well. That's it. Take care. Bye.